Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert from UnkertEducation.com here. In this video we're going to start talking about strings in Python. But first, if you like videos where I do programming tutorials, videos where I show you how to install and set up software, make sure to subscribe. With that out of the way, let's get started. The first thing that I want to talk about in strings is how you write a string. So you can either write a string in single quotes, or you could do a string in double quotes. You just need to be consistent. Now with this, we probably want to assign these strings to variables so we could do something with them. Okay, so we might say my underscore str equals this is my string, and then we could print out my string. Okay, so if we run the play button here, we get this is my string. Makes sense, right? We could also do another string in single quotes. Let's do single quotes here. This is my string in single quotes. Okay. And we'll print my other string. Now you're going, well, maybe you're thinking, well, why am I showing you the two different methods? Well, sometimes you may want to include single quotes in your string. So for instance, if I want to have this in quotes here, you notice how this gets all kind of messed up. It's different colorization. And actually, if I hover over it, VS Code is telling me statements must be separated by new lines or semicolons. String is not defined, okay? And if we try and run this, we get an error, okay? Invalid syntax. All right, so if I wanted to include a single quote, I might wrap the string in double quotes. Okay, and if I wanted to include double quotes, like let's say if I do double quotes here and here, you notice the coloration is messed up again. So I might want to wrap this string in single quotes. Okay, and now the coloration looks normal. If I run this, I get no errors. It works out okay. Sometimes you might want to include a single quotes or single quote in a string that is surrounded by single quotes. So if you wanted to do that, you can use something called escape characters. So let's talk about escape characters. All right, so let's say my first string here, or my first str for string, let's have that in single quotes, and I can say something like, this is Tim's string. But you'll see I'm getting this error again. So how do I get rid of that? Well, I'll use an escape character. So in front of the single quote that I want to escape, I'm going to put this slash here. And now the problems go away, and I can print my first string. And if I run this, I get this is Tim's string, so I don't have any errors here. All right. We could also do this with double quotes. So let's say my second string, and let's do double quotes here and do something like I said, hello. Okay, and now I'm getting these errors, but what I need to do is I just need to escape both of these double quotes here. And now I can print out my second string without any issue. All right, so if I run this, I said hello, and there's no issues. All right. We can also use escape characters to modify strings. So let me get rid of this stuff, and we could do my tabbed in string. Okay, and I can do a slash and a T, and that will tab it in. So this is tabbed in. And if I print my tabbed in string and run this, you'll see this is tabbed in here. All right. And we can also do a new line character. So let's create another string. We'll call this my new line string. Okay. And I can say this is line 1, do slash n. This is line 2. All right. And now I can print my new line string here. If I run this, I get this is line 1 on the top line, this is line 2 on the bottom line. I also want to talk about escaping a slash. So let's say my slashed string. And I can say this is how you escape a slash. And then we're going to do 2 slashes here. All right. And one of those is going to show up when we print this slash string. So I'm going to print my slash string here and run this. And you'll see that we get the 1 slash here because we've escaped it with the other slash, so we can use that slash. If we just did 1, that wouldn't work. All right. So that's escape characters. There's other things we can do with strings as well. And let's create a string called my name. And I'm going to set it equal to Timothy Unkert. And I can print out the length of my string by using the length function. So I can print and then do len and then pass in the argument of my name. And if I run this, I get 14 because the string is 14 characters long. We can also print out the first character of a string. So let's print out the first character of a string using the index. All right. So in strings and in arrays, in programming, typically they start with an index of 0. Python is no exception. So if I want to print the first character, I would do my name, and then in square brackets, this 0, so it's my name at index 0. That will print out the capital T here. And you see down here, it prints out the capital T. If I want to print out the last character of a string using the index, we can do that as well. And we can use the index -1 in Python. It doesn't work in all the languages, but we can use -1 to print out the last character in a string. So in the square brackets, I'll put this -1. And if I run this, I get the lowercase t here. We can also do something different to print out the last character. So I could say my name and then use the square brackets for the index. And then we'll do the length of my name. And remember, we start at index 0, so we actually have to take off 1 from that. And now if I run this, I will get the same thing. So I'll get that lowercase t right here. So this is the same as this. All right. We can also do some string concatenation. So let me get rid of this stuff. And let's clear out this file. And we'll make a hashtag here, and we'll call this string concatenation. And we can do that with the plus sign. So let me create a variable called my first name, set that equal to Tim, and then we'll create a variable called my _last_ name, set that to Unkert. And what we'll do is create a variable my _full_ name equals my first name plus then a space there plus my last name. And I'm going to print out my full name. Okay, I'm going to run this and I get Tim Unkert. Okay, so I've used string concatenation there. I think that's all I want to talk about in this video right now for an intro into strings. There's a lot more you can do with strings, but this gives you a good start. What you should be doing when watching these videos, if you're learning Python, is to practice this stuff on your own and create your own files. So hopefully you'll go ahead and start doing that. If this video was helpful to you, could you please give it a like, as it will help get out to more people. Thank you.